Greetings, everybody. Day 24, the ABC Challenge. Professor Flows back for another flow for today. Reminder that the challenge is we're taking the time to do things consistently, one spiritual, one physical goal, and or mental goal, doing them every day. It's going to be uploading, creating a yoga flow. The second component is going to be 20 minutes of Latin for me, acting non-verba. And as the more you study, the more you figure out that there's a lot more to learn. Beautiful summer day, probably around like 90 degrees outside. Yesterday was a big milestone for me as I shared 4 years of sobriety. And the most important things is to keep that progress going, keep these things moving. Appreciate everyone that's been very positive with their feedback. Want to take the time to focus on the fact that you are allowed to be somebody different. People can talk about the way that they knew you, who you used to be. All that it has to do is align with how you're viewing yourself now and the actions that you are doing in the world within that self. I'm going to begin with our quick way of getting our body warmed up as we've been for the last couple of days, where we're going to bring our toes together to our fingers, bring our feet to our hands, interlacing them, stretching out as far as we can, and rotating our feet 5 times to the right, getting our blood moving, coming back to neutral, going back to left. Doing this before we get into the asana component of the practice. I'm going to do this with a mantra as well, taking our time to meditate. A couple more rotations, release and come up, placing our back to a seat, placing our palms on our thighs face down, opening up our mouth, letting our tongue come out wide. Inhaling and exhaling, letting all the stagnant air. Lion's pose. About 3 more times. All right. Get grounded back into our seat. And as we did yesterday, we're going to do a mudra. We place our left hand underneath our right hand. Our right hand is going to put our thumb up. We're going to think of something that we want to grind to dust. Stagnation. This is a mudra that's found to be very effective. You visualize something that you want to let go of, and the bottom of your left palm and the right palm, simply going to grind it into dust. Sit here for a couple of breaths. Just grind whatever you feel is holding you back, that you want to let go of, that you want to release, old ideas of yourself, old perceptions, whatever it can be. Grind it up, stop, and blow the dust away. Let's get seated, ground it further down. We will meditate for a few, begin our practice. Inhale in through the nose, ground through the sit bones, relax the shoulders down. You can bring them up, back, and down, and observe the breath. In a tabletop position. Yoga is about the spine. In tabletop position, our wrists are shoulder width distance apart, knees are hip width distance apart. Going to take a couple of rounds of cat and cow. From the core, we are engaging the core. Inhale, looking up, relaxing the shoulder blades down. Exhaling, going into cow. Heart leads up into the air, up into the sky. On the exhale, inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat. Allowing the body to be led by the breath. 6 more rounds of breath. Grounding from the feet, grounding from the hands, drawing the energy up to our body. Back to that attention. A couple more rounds of breath. Cat and cow, arching the back, bringing space between all of our spine. Going to exhale and go into child's pose. Our knees can be wide or they can be close together, but our arms are extended in front of us. Forehead comes to the mat. We'll be here for 10 breaths. While we're in this 10 breaths, as we begin to warm up, I'm going to read a place of inner inspiration. Don't fall into the trap of trying too hard when performing asanas. A practice that is too registic or applies too much effort or zeal will distract from your creative expression. Instead, try to let go of your attachment to the result of postures, be it a honed stomach or a desire to achieve the quote-unquote final pose. This brings about a creative practice that inspires you afresh with each movement. It's also a good model for how to approach life in general, living fully in each moment. Keep breathing and release the attachment. Breathe in the spirit. Inhale, and God approaches you. Sri Chumalani Krishi Mantrana, 1888 to 1989, India. The out breath releases what is superfluous and removes what will otherwise become blocks to the free flow of prana within. B.K.S. Iyengar, born in 1918, India. The in and the out breath. But as it says, we don't have to fall into the practice of trying too hard. So let's take a couple more breaths. In child's pose, inhale coming up for tabletop position, hands and knees, extending our hips up towards the air for downward facing dog, walking and pedaling out the dog. Head is heavy. You can walk if your feet aren't touching the ground. Let's gently walk our feet in a little bit. Can walk them out wide and bending the knees. See if we can get the sit bones towards the ankles. From downward facing dog, you can step them out wide and pushing back our hips towards our ankles. Again, bringing some more different energy towards our body today. Stepping back and knees parallel, legs parallel, hands parallel, head heavy. Let's walk our feet up towards our hand, keeping our eyes on a fixed point. Stepping, inhaling up, exhaling, releasing, looking up, reverse swan diving. Exhaling, bringing our hands to palm center for Tadasana, mountain pose, drawing the energy up from the soles of our feet. At the beginning, greetings and sun salutations. We take a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar A to warm our body up. And again, aiming to not do too much, still to be engaged with the present moment, but also understanding the release of what we think our practice, the attachments of what we think our practice should look like, instead of simply being in the practice. We need to be in the practice with intention, not shoulds. Inhale our arms up. Exhale, reverse swan dive over. Hands towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hips come back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back. Lowering down for knees, chest, chin. I was told that plank does not exist in Surya Namaskar. It's a very specific set of movements. Inhale, baby cobra, working towards to get the spine engaged, arching. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift the right foot forward, stepping it through, rotating the back foot down 45 degrees, lifting up our arms for Vibrasana 1, Warrior 1. Front leg is aiming to be 90 degrees. The pelvis has been talking about is like two handlebars. We're working to keep those straight and forward. Inhaling the shoulders down. We will be here for 10 breaths. Sinking in, inhale, straightening up, inhale, sinking. Keeping the engagement from the bottom parts of the feet, from the thighs, energetically drawing that in together. Pushing from the blade edge of the foot, pushing in from the right side, from the right foot, the bent leg, keeping that engagement. You can even see if you can spread the toes, keeping your hips engaged. Courageous warrior. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat, lowering for knees, chest, chin. Inhale for baby cobra. Exhale for downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up into the air, swing it through. Pivot the back foot down 45 degrees. Vibrasana 1 on the other side. Here for 10 breaths. Engaging from the blade set edge of the foot. Pelvis engaged. Front leg is aiming to be 90 degrees. Inhaling, straightening up. Exhaling and lower. Inhale, looking for length. Exhaling, lower. Yoga is about the spine. Please breathe. Exhale, let's release. Bringing the back foot down, lowering down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hanging out here for a couple of breaths. The sun is beaming right now. It is right at midday. It's a beautiful day if you're able to feel the sun. If you practice outside, make sure you protect yourself as you have to. As you might see, this mat is getting hot. It's interesting touching the cork mat. I practice a lot of hot yoga, so never really touched the mat outside in the sun. Just bringing things to life. Look up, your eyes towards your hand. Walk, step, or float. Jump or float up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Look up, reverse swan dive. Exhaling the arms towards the hand. In the spirit of the reading, we're going to make it a point to not practice too hard, but to stay and engage. Our feet are going to be parallel. Feet are hip width distance apart. Inhaling our arms up as we go into chair pose. Keys about chair pose, our tailbone is pointing down, not necessarily back, but down into the mat. Yoga is about the spine. So we inhale, lengthen, exhale, sink deep down. tailbone is going down as we aim to sink. A couple more rounds of breath. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, sinking. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the hands towards the side, taking them out. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reverse swan dive. Hands comes to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Another round, Surya Namaskar. Plant the hands to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the right foot up into the air. Step it through. Pivot the back foot down. Inhale the arms up. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, straighten the arm. Reach, reach, reach. Trikonasana. Wherever our hand falls, we want our legs to be engaged, essentially acting as if our hips, our thighs are energetically coming together. That's the foundation from our feet. And for our hands, we're opening up our heart, having one straight line from the bottom of the mat, whether it's here or here. You're extended and looking up. 10 breaths. Breathing from the side body. Allowing the space of the newness. Again, how you view yourself aligns with action. However, no one should keep you trapped in their perception of how they think you knew you. We are allowed to change. Change happens all around us. Physical body might be the last to see. Keep breathing. A few more rounds of breath. Inhale. Straightening up the arms, straightening up the legs. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back. Lower down towards the mat. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do the same thing on the other side, where we're lifting up our left leg, stepping it through, rotating our back foot down. Foot coming up. Feet are straight. Reach, reach, reach. So we can't reach anymore. Trikonasana. Letting our hand fall towards the mat. You might have a tighter side. Beautiful butterfly. It's a great Scrubs episode about butterflies flapping their wings. Keeping our arms straight up into the air. Opening up our ribs. Engaging from the feet. Here for a couple more rounds of breath. Inhale coming up. Exhaling, cartwheel the hands down. Stepping back, lowering down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhaling baby cobra. Exhaling through downward facing dog. Look up. Fixed point, walk or jump or float up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Look up, reverse swan dive. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling to palm center, staying here for Tadasana. One more. Surya Namaskar. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling the settling in your body, settling in your practice. Inhale, look up. Bring your arms up. Before we fold, let's extend our arm up into the air. Our right hand is grabbing our left arm, and we're gently rotating it towards the left. We're gently rotating, pulling our left arm up. Our right hand is around our left wrist, and we're pulling our left wrist, opening up our side body, inhaling up to neutral, both hands up in the sky. Left arm grabs the right wrist. We're extending from this other side. Grounding from the feet, drawing in the energy, inhaling back up to neutral. Let's swan dive down. Hands are towards the mat, inhaling halfway lift. Exhaling, stepping back. Downward facing dog. Lifting up the right foot, stepping it through. Dropping the back knee, coming in for runner's lunge for a brief second. Lifting up the back foot, dropping it down, pivoting our back foot towards our left, towards the blade side of the mat, rotating our right foot so both of our feet are parallel. So both of your feet should be facing the same direction. We're going to plant our hands towards our mat and go into Haravita Trikonasana, twisting triangle pose. So where our feet are parallel, we're stretching our arms out to the sides. So inhale, lifting up our chest, exhaling, placing the right hand toward the mat, and the left hand comes up into the air, stacking the shoulder over top of each other. So the feet are the base of the triangle, and we're going to hang out here for 5 breaths. Twisting is good. Have a strong foundation. Feet are engaged. One more round of breath. Exhale. Finger walk the hands up towards the top of the mat. Bending the front knee so we're in a high lunge position. You can drop the back knee for a second. We're bringing our right foot to meet the left. Dropping down for knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling in for baby cobra or upward facing dog. Upward facing dog, you're lifting up the knees. Exhaling through downward facing dog. Lifting up the left foot in the air. Stepping it through. Rotating dropping our back knee, coming up for runner's lunge for a brief second. We're going to rotate our back heel 40 to parallel side of the mat and rotating our left ankle towards to be parallel. So we're walking into twisting triangle pose that we just did on the other side. So if you're facing one side of the mat, you now should be facing the opposite side. Planting our hands towards the mat, lifting up the chest. Our left palm is planted and our right palm goes up into the air. If you're following along, we're doing the opposite side. So feet are parallel. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Stacking the shoulders over top of each other. Pressing from the earth, grounding from the earth. Look up and see if you can see your fingertips. Twisting ourselves out of the ego. A couple more rounds of breath. Feel it, observe it. What is it trying to teach you? Again, yoga is about the spine. So you can push back from the hips. Exhale, release. Your hands down towards the mat. Finger walk, your hands towards the top side of the mat. Your left foot is bent. You can drop your back knee down for a second. Coming back through. Lowering down to knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling baby cobra, pressing from the thighs, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhaling up. Exhaling downward facing dog. Looking up towards our hands. Walk or jump towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Look up. First, reverse swan dive. We want to inhale. Exhale, bring our hands to palm center. Staying in Tadasana for a couple of breaths. Feeling the groundedness. From a strong mountain pose, we're going to step our left leg wide towards the mat. Parallel side. Extending our hips. Our ankles are going to be 45 degrees. Our feet are 45 degrees angles as we come back down for yogi squat, malasana. So here you can place something underneath your sit bones for a strong foundation. We're hinging our hips back, chest is proud, neck is long, spine is erect. Breathing here for only a few breaths. Taking a more active variation right now. Wiggle, just allow the gravity and the weight. Also have the option to have your hands here. But for today, again, in the interest of not keeping our practice too intense, inhaling and exhaling down. So from this next pose, we're going to come into wide-legged forward fold. So inhaling, pushing up for our hands that are planted on towards the mat. Taking a wide-legged forward fold. As I always like to share, this is one of the few times where our heart is above our head. So you can clasp your arms behind you at the base of your tailbone, extending straight through. Lift as you lift up. Your arms might be here, but we're lifting up from our collarbones, from our shoulders, opening up our chest and our heart so it can really seep through. That's an option available to you. You can keep your hands planted on towards the mat, bending your knees. If it's too much, you can place your feet on top of your hands. This might challenge your balance some. Make this wide-legged forward fold yours. You look through your legs and allow your head to be heavy. I have a beautiful view of some trees and a beautiful blue sky. You can also close your eyes and go inward. Remember, we're all a part of nature. What's your true nature? We will hang out here for another 10 rounds of breath. Relax. Going to stay here even longer than anticipated. You could come up if need be. However, you're going to really sink deeper into this wide-legged forward fold. Bend your knees if you have to. Let's come up slowly like a rag doll. Walking our feet towards the top of the mat. I'm going to come into a seated pose, however you need to. Taking a wide-legged seated forward fold. Inhaling the arms up, folding forward, hands forward in the middle. You can stay out here. However, for today, we're exhaling our arms straight out in front of us, flexing the feet. There's some tree branches, a little off camera, but I'm grabbing. My feet are on that. So it's nice to touch the nature that's here. Just inhale and exhale, hanging out here, pushing back from the hips, grounding from the heels. As we flex our feet, be careful again not to do too much. Allow the breath to lead. So you inhale, lengthen, and exhale, work to get a little deeper into the pose, finding more space in the spine, more space in the heart. These practices connect me so deeply to a powerful place where it's beyond our bodies, it's connecting in a straight energy. You close our eyes and really see what's there, the true glory that's waiting for us all the time. So inhale, come up, bring our feet together, shaking them out. So we're going to a seated spinal twist, inhaling our left, well, I'm not mirroring you since I'm on the side. Narrate it as I'm doing it my way. We're inhaling our right ankle across our left knee, inhaling our left arm up into the air, placing our right palm behind us. And as we exhale, we're placing our left tricep on the outside of our right knee for a twist. Making sure to not do too much. Inhale in, lengthening our spine, exhaling, gently twisting. Inhale, coming back, gently twisting. 3 more rounds of that, your own breath, your own pace. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, let's coming back up to neutral. Switching the orientation of our feet. Left leg goes outside of our right knee, plants it down, and planting our left hand towards our buttocks, inhaling our right arm up into the air, exhaling, right arm goes outside the left knee, and as we exhale, we twist. Just felt an adjustment, seeing that same butterfly. Man, what a gift it is to be alive today. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Allowing the creativity to flow as we twist, balancing out our body. One more round in, inhale, exhale, come back to neutral. Extending our legs out in front of us. Let our backs meet the mat. Allowing our legs and hips to reset for a quick second. Windshield wiper the legs left to the right. Stretch out our glutes. Heels are towards our glutes, buttocks, lifting up the right leg through, and our right ankle is towards our left knee. Making a window, we're reaching through that window. Chest is down. We're gently reaching through, grabbing to create a stretch. Our right leg glute. The power of the sun. Exhale, drop the feet down, switch to orientation. Left ankle goes over the right knee, reaching through the window that we created. Couple more rounds of breath here. After this, we will go into happy baby, then to our corpse pose. Exhale the feet down, allowing your time to reset. Going through for happy baby. The point of this pose is to relax. All you need to take care of, another place to be. Couple more rounds of breath. Exhale, release. Coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Mount the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. Place your hands by your side to relax your entire body. Let's begin to come back into our body in a way that doesn't involve moving the body. Bring more awareness towards where you were grounding from. Less into the spine, the prana, the energy, the blood that's moving all throughout us every single moment. Take some time to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Rotate to our favorite side. Being outside, one of the things I truly love to do when I feel the sun rays is to actually put them on my face, as if washing myself, washing my skin, washing my hair. Wipe me down. Allowing the sun's rays to bask all over my body. Sun Ra flow, sun flow. Let's push up, meet in a seated posture. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. You can see us trudging through. More importantly, is the aspect of what your targets are, how you are allowed to change, how you are allowed to see yourself in a new light. And change. Twisting out of the ego, twisting to release, to allow the prana, the energy from the spine, to come all the way up through from our base, the desire, the confidence, our heart, our throat, our third eye center, and our crown, and filling it all. Bring your hands up. Move the energy all the way up through third eye center. So one last inhale in, exhale out. Thank you for practicing. Together we say namaste.